Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It's my second channel, daily blog channel. The last 2 hours were spent in Los Angeles, California traffic. But I am out of the California traffic and into the California wilderness. Franklin Canyon Park. You can actually hear some kids and adults behind me. There's tour groups all around the region of this little reservoir. A half dried up reservoir. In fact, over there you can hear the children giggling and playing, having a good time. I'm having a good time now because I am officially out of traffic. Down there's a little bit of water, but not as much water as there should be. It's the Daily Woo. That was the weirdest intro segue so far this week. Anyway, speaking of children, remember the show, the Andy Griffith show? Remember Opie Taylor? He was a child. And those kids over there are giggling, having a good time, looking at the waterway. Just like Ron Howard's little character when he was a little boy, Opie Taylor did right out here on this little region right here. Oh, they're coming. Straight ahead there. That is the spot, the exact spot from the Andy Griffith show when the kid and Andy Griffith, Opie Taylor, played by little Ron Howard, who became a huge director, were walking towards carrying their fishing poles, and they would have walked right down this path right there. I don't want to disturb this little tour group guide, but right around this corner, does that look familiar to you? Of course, it's been years later. The Andy Griffith Show is one of the most syndicated and most loved shows on television ever. If you haven't seen it, you've probably been living under a rock. And speaking of rocks, there were two massive rocks right there next to that trash can where that is now. The trash can wasn't there. There were two rocks. Andy Griffith walked right down this way with his son, the show son, not his real son, but the show that was played by Ron Howard, walked straight down this way. Little Opie Taylor and Andy Griffith. He wasn't so little. He was big. He was an adult. But the child in him walked right down here, turned left, their left, our right, turned left, and Opie would have thrown a rock right into the water. Of course, the water is drawn up, not drawn up, but dried up. But right there, look at that. The angle was something kind of like this. Pay no attention to those children back there. Just pretend that they're a bunch of Opie Taylors walking towards us. So there you go. A little Andy Griffith history right there. Pretty cool. I get no internet service out here at all. It's very difficult to even find the spot. I'm pretty much 99.999% certain that that is the actual location. Maybe hunt down a little research yourself, do a couple other screenshots. I know a couple other people have done some vlogs out here years ago. Things change, things don't always look the same, but I'm basically standing right here where the rock would have been cast. If we would have been standing back here decades ago, Opie Taylor would have launched a rock and hit us right there in the noggin. Hopefully one of those children does not throw a rock and hit us in the face or the noggin. Let me show you something over here as well. I told you this was a reservoir. It's an area where they can actually manhandle and create man-made lakes and man-made waters. That's what a reservoir is. Take a look at this. A little behind the scenes of the Andy Griffith Show. Look at that right there. There's a water pipe. Really cool. So this whole area was flooded for the show. This was the location of Myers Lake right here on the Andy Griffith Show. I think they may have filmed some other scenes as well, but the most iconic would have been the intro. Man, those kids are just having a good time. They're probably excited because they're walking the stomping grounds of not only Andy Griffith, but also Opie Taylor, played by a little Ron Howard. I don't think any of those kids know who Ron Howard is. Maybe they do. Maybe we should ask them. But I don't want to disturb the little tour group guy. Look, we're looking at them from afar. This is the opposite area. This is where they would have started the scene and walked straight that way, towards over here into the water area, throwing the rocks, carrying the fishing poles. All right, they're standing in the exact spot. They're excited. All right, you guys need to subscribe. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm not really sure what I'm doing today. Might head out to Disneyland for a little bit, so if you're out there, let me know. If not, just hit me up on the other social networks, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm pretty tired. I walked around this lake literally for an hour and a half. This little area trying to find that spot, so I hope I got it right. Have a great day. Check down below for my t-shirts out on thewoo.spreadshirt.com. And remember, if you subscribe up here, I'm going to see you tomorrow. I can't breathe. I was trying to whistle. That was horrible.